Hello everyone, my name is Ori Exoventure, and welcome back to my Fursona designing series. In this video, I'm going to talk about choosing colors for your Fursona. Let's dive right in. So I'm going to split this into two parts. The first one is going to be explaining color in general. The second part is going to be about color theory. There are multiple ways that a color can be made. However, the simplest one to understand is hue, saturation, and value. The other systems being like RGB and CMYK. It's all about mixing colors and all of that, and that's actually kind of complicated. Hue simply refers to the color in its purest form. So like orange, red, blue, green, each of these colors have their own hue. However, something like orange, dark orange, bright orange all have the same or very similar hue. Then you have saturation. This refers to how pure the color is. So for example, a dingy dull orange is considered desaturated. On that note, pure gray is 100% desaturated. A fiery orange would be nearly 100% saturated. And finally, you have value. Value is basically how dark or light the color is. This is not to be mixed up with saturation. You can have a very saturated dark orange or very dull dark orange. There are various places you can find some color schemes to use. You'd be surprised. Some places like music videos, photos, illustrations, cartoon characters, as a whole or alone, anime or even movies. It's a bit hard to recommend movies to the untrained artist though. Just as an example, most skilled artists can recognize a color scheme when it's being used in movies, photos, games, etc. To the untrained person, it looks like a regular image, no different from the last. Subconsciously, you'll notice it, but until someone points a finger to it, you're not going to notice it. So for example, the entire Atomic Blonde movie makes use of various color schemes to help portray emotion and mood. If you've seen the movie, there's a beautiful scene where the main character is in a nightclub, and everything is in a reddish, purple, and black. In some fight scenes, all the colors are desaturated except the blood. You can probably pause the movie and take a color scheme from any part of this movie and it would look wonderful. The best part is, no one will notice that you referenced the color scheme from somewhere else. Since the creator has a lot more control over it, I would recommend using animations instead though. Most skilled artists are very good at using color schemes as well, so you can use regular images, regular drawings, illustrations, anything. Another popular scene that you would have never noticed use these kinds of color schemes to mess with you would be in Incredibles 2. There's a scene where Mr. Incredible and Miss Incredible are speaking to each other on the phone. On Mr. Incredible's side, everything is dark and desaturated, but on his wife's side, it's very bright, saturated, and very happy. You would never notice this unless I pointed it out or an artist would point it out. And then maybe even then you would kind of look at it and try to figure out why they're doing this. This is because Mr. Incredibles is kind of upset, sad, almost depressed, whereas Mrs. Incredibles is very happy about her situation. And that's why they have these two scenes side by side. By making use of these different color schemes, the movie is able to show this contrast and this difference between these two characters once their roles are kind of swapped. When picking out colors for a Fursona, think about it almost like you're picking out colors that you want to wear. The easiest way to dress and look good is to have shoes that match the color of your top, and your pants should be a dingy color. If they're complementary colors, that's even better. Designing your Fursona's color scheme should be like that. Don't give it a color scheme that you would not wear. There's so many tacky Fursonas around the fandom that you would not believe it. Oh goodness. I mean like, bright cyan, bright teal, bright red, and bright purple all in one Fursona. Is there any neutral colors? Absolutely not. Think about it. Would you wear cyan, teal, red, and purple in one go? Please say you wouldn't. Just say no. Unless you're doing this on purpose, please respect your Fursona and give them a color scheme that's really good and not blinding or tacky. One of the reasons why you should pick a simple color scheme is because you want your artist to be able to use the color scheme well. If you've ever commissioned an artist, no matter how good the artist is, well, I shouldn't say that, but Unless you have a really good artist, your artist was going to have trouble creating a picture that matches a color scheme your Fursona suits. Say for example, my Fursona. He has a lot of earthy colors and he fits almost anywhere. Let's say my Fursona was a set of random gaudy colors, every color of the rainbow. The artist would have a hard time trying to use each of these colors in a way that makes sense in the painting. So let's say you want to add your Fursona's friend into that picture. The color scheme is going to get very hectic. The artist is going to flip a desk. If the artist does manage to figure out a way to use every single color and make sure that the colors make sense without altering them, it's going to end up as like a weird image. Just trust me on that. Thank you for watching my video. I apologize for going offline for a few months. Between college and work, I just didn't have the time to be making these videos. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I'll be posting these kinds of videos weekly. You can also follow me on social media accounts. Once again, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.